Hi. So today's question that was sent to me was, what motivated you to create the type of book you're offering? Well, this is an excellent question, and that's because we all have different motivations for writing. It's important to notice that there can be a whole series of reasons that we write, and getting your why down is a very important thing to make sure you're clear about, because if you're going to actually go the full distance of getting one or more books out, you need to know exactly what it is that is motivating you to do this in the first place, and making sure that it's a motivation that's going to also have that ability to carry you along all the way out into the future as you continue your self-publishing journey. But before I answer the question, this is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com. Hit the subscribe bell, like, or leave a comment in order if you would like for me to create more videos like this one, and check out my free self-publishing secrets checklist below in the description. Now, let's get started. My story. Well, for me, there was a number of things. The first thing is that I just find it exciting trying new things, and self-publishing was something I was getting into reading Kindle books at the time. I discovered I could get books for free. The library was suddenly starting to have Kindle books, and one of the free books that I got for the day was How to Do Self-Publishing. And I thought that was sounded kind of interesting, the idea of actually being able to create a Kindle book in only a couple weeks. That was a very exciting idea. And so for me, that was the initial starting point. But if we get to the next level, we can see there was a number of other things, because obviously since that point in time, I've published 170 books altogether, and the thing is that I had different motivations for the different books that I have published over the years. So when I first started, it was because, well, it was exciting with just finding the idea that you can take some ideas that you have and share them with the world. And then the next thing was that I had certain, in terms of organization and productivity tips and goal achievement ideas and also structures that I had come up with over the years. And I thought, what better way to share those with the world and help the world out than by actually just putting them into a book? And then that would also show me how exactly to create a book. So I had ideas that I wanted to share with the world. And some people have a story on their mind. Other people will have maybe some ideas or hobbies that they wish to write about. That's another option. The next reason I suddenly discovered was that once I got that first book out there, that the book was earning money while I was sleeping. It was selling in the middle of the night to people all over the world. In fact, at any given time right now, there are people with my books and they're reading them or listening to them. They have them in their hands. They're in libraries all over the world that they're getting the value out of it, and at the same time, I'm earning passive income. That is to say that if I do absolutely nothing, these books continue to sell, the royalties continue to come in through multiple channels, and I make money. And so I thought that was just very, very fascinating. And a lot of people, with whether it's the Tim Ferriss and the 4 Hour Work Week or Rich Dad Poor Dad, many books that hit this subject with on the passive income front, I found that to be very interesting. The idea of where you can take each book becomes a little soldier for you that's out there working, passing your ideas on, providing value for people, and earning you money back at the same time. So that was exciting. The next reason for me was I thought it would be a wonderful way to jump into entrepreneurship and learn business. And it was, in fact, that. And the same goes learning a book. There are so many moving parts and so many different aspects to it that make it complicated. But you can, if you break it down, which is what Self-Publishing Made Easy Now is all about, breaking it down into single steps, you're able to get through it. And the same goes with a business. And from an entrepreneurial standpoint, you have lots of things, from the finances to the supply chain to who your customers are to who your suppliers are to who's your payment gateways. There's all of these different aspects, and I thought that would be very exciting to learn all of that with accountants and all sorts of stuff. And so that was another aspect that also motivated me as well. Though originally I had no idea that I would be going down this track. And also the other thing you can do is you can get yourself overwhelmed. So that's why you always want to just start with one thing you don't know, and you learn it very, very closely. So at any given time, I am always taking a course. I'm always listening to podcasts, and I'm always listening to books and reading books on the subjects that I'm trying to learn. So the question some people I've heard ask was, okay, when can I stop learning? And the answer is you can never stop learning because the strategies and all of these things continue on. And the final thing I wanted to say was what motivated me, and the answer is it's board games. Because in reality, when you start to look at the results coming in and you see your sales curves and you're running ads and you're looking at the results on them, it's just a board game. By changing a little bit here, a little bit there, modifying your strategy like a game of chess, you're going to get different results. And this is something that I also partially suspected, but I didn't understand just how much it would be like that. So why don't you tell me what you found that works for you with regards to what's motivated you to get self-publishing? Have you identified the why in exactly? And check out the video above me here to find more answers to questions just like this one. Thanks.